Minister, can you explain why New Zealand hasn't made its position on Palestinian statehood ahead of this week at the UN, especially considering so many of our close allies have?
Look, we've been waiting 80 long years for an answer here. In a few days, finding out all the facts, it will not be wasted.
In terms of that fact-finding mission, did you hear anything today that made you think Cabinet's in-principle decision should be changed?
Well, there's many more speakers to go. I mean, we've only heard about, I would think, about 15% maximum so far.
I'm keen to ask about some comments made by the Australian Prime Minister, if I may, and I'm just going to quote it just so we have full context, if that's okay. He was asked when he announced Australia's position on Palestinian statehood by a journalist who asked him, "Are you saying that you don't think there'll be any impact on our relationship with the United States in taking this position?" Prime Minister Albanese responded by saying, "I'm saying that Australia makes our position clear as a sovereign nation. Our foreign policy isn't determined in Washington or Beijing or Wellington, for that matter. Our foreign policy is determined around the cabinet table in Canberra." Has New Zealand been trying to influence foreign policy in Australia in relation to this issue?
If you take out, in his comments, Wellington and Canberra, and in our place put Canberra and the Speaker, then I would believe identical to what he said. We have an independent foreign policy.
At what point this week are you going to have a conversation with your coalition partners about finalising Cabinet's decision?
At the last moment, in the closing hour or so, so that we have all the information we need.
Is that Thursday our time?
Look, that's correct. It won't be Thursday New Zealand time, of course.
And what would you say to those in New Zealand that feel frustrated New Zealand has waited this long?
Well, the idea that somehow you would jump the gun, having waited 80 years, because the sovereignty of the country is being challenged on not announcing it in New Zealand versus the United Nations, I'm sorry, that doesn't hold up.